Is it me or does he take forever to? He does take forever.
I'll bury you.
Oh, did you hear that? I'll bury you. That's amazing.
I hear everything.
Okay, he's not bad. Ooh, elemental reaction! Elemental reaction catalyzed when creatures affected by Electro and Dendro are affected by Electro and Dendro. Quicken will occur, which will render them quickened. Catalyzed quicken when creatures are affected by Electro or Dendro attacks. The aggravate or spread reactions will occur respectively, causing them to take additional damage. Wait, so oh, so hit him twice with the
Just like we rehearsed. Go!
Let's nip that in the bud.
I want to try that again. Oh, that was actually really cool.
One with the forest.
Practice on for size.
In shroud. Let's nip that in the bud. Can't see.
Oh, now I see it. He's actually really nice. So I heard something, apparently, right? So I haven't confirmed it myself because, you know, I haven't. But I believe the people who told me. So if I'm not
There was a glorious kingdom.
if I'm not mistaken, Tignari is going to be part of the standard banner. I can't believe I actually said banner. Luxurious woods. What? Luxurious? Is that what it said? Anyway. Alright, let's get this on. A forest of change. You and Paimon arrive in Sumeru and you prepare to find a way to get an audience with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's go. Go to the land of the Dendro Archon. Yo, I can hear my own fan in the background. I really don't know if you guys can hear it. I kind of want to believe you can't, but at the same time I do.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Hey, that's a new checkpoint.
Time to go.
Awesome, and that's the entrance from
Time to go.
way back when, I think. Is it this one? It's not this one, is it? It is. No. It does not look like it, that's for sure. It's not the same spot. There's an entrance somewhere around here. Oh, we still can't go this way. Yo, that's... Wait a minute. Let me check out something. Yo, Sumeru is really that small?
One with nature.
Unless... Now, I kind of want to believe it really is that small because I've looked at the beta maps. Look at that. Bro, it's already different. It's wet and greeny over here. It's a magical ceiling. Fuck. There's... Here we go. It's a magical ceiling. I gotta clear that out. I gotta do some treasure hunting. I'm actually missing a few treasure spots over in what's it called? I was gonna say in London for whatever reason. Inazuma. No way! It's like a mushroom.
Time to go.
A forest of change view. Continue through the forest. The four-leaf sigil. This crest, which looks like a four-petaled flower, will sometimes appear in Sumeru. When those who can manipulate the elements are facing such one crest, they can use it to swiftly travel. Sometimes you will find cluster leaves of cultivation that can scatter these four-leaf sigils around. Use their abilities to make your adventures easier. No, let me kill it! Let me kill it! I want to freaking kill it. Straight up murder it. Straight up stab it in the neck with my sword.
Now that we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
I'm about to obliterate this man. Oh? Bide you? No, I'm just kidding.
Look! There's someone up ahead!
Oh no, they're gonna stop us from vandalizing the Statue of Seven. No, you better... Bide you, sister. No!
Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Maybe they're deaf. Oh, whoops. Oh my god, that was kind of scary. She looked mad.
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she?
Be a weak-willed person and say maybe there's a reason she ignored us. Calm down. It's probably nothing to get worked up about.
Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
I'm about to obliterate this man. Through the mists of smoke and forests dark. Chapter 3, Act 1. Get over here, boy.
Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet.
Get over here, get over here.
Notice us.
No.
No touching.
Oh, Connie, you never let me down. I should use you more often. No, that was a Matsutake.
Perhaps whoever
Yo.
was also fulfilling a contract.
Getting freaking mushrooms are gonna be so easy now. What was that? A Dendro Sigil! I forgot that those things exist. I am the Dendro Knight. Dendro a bit. Oh my god! Oh, never mind. Why can't I get my freaking reaction, man? This sucks. Is that an apple? That's not an apple, never mind. It looked like an apple though, right? I mean, come on. Hot and humid. No! Let me read the stupid thing. I don't want to read fruit seed nonsense. Alright, Ether. Alright, MC, time for you to get the Dendro element. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. I don't know if any of you remember when I was the Dendro Abyss Mage. Yes, I was. Now I really am Dendro. What the? What the? Yeah, I think I need Aggravate over here. Alright, maybe I'm not close enough to it. Whatever. Hello. The world opened itself before those with noble hearts. What are you talking about? Oh my god, yeah, I saw them. I was gonna offer it a sigil. Oh my god, I've been dying today. What's up with me? Oh, this is lovely.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look.
I love the green. Oh, it looks so nice.
Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case.
So I have
Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again? It looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly.
Let's rob her.
Oh! What a lovely smell! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all.
What?
Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good.
Something's not right.
What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything.
I've got to get out of here. Uh-oh. I'm getting drugged. I think I'm gonna pass out.
What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh, come on.
Kusanali. there's no heading back now. Oh, wow.
Are you sure it's not serious? The Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake!
Where am I?
Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Hana was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort?
This taste in my mouth is so bitter.
Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious.
He drugged an unconscious man?
Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up.
No.
Whoops!
Oh my goodness.
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. Alright, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly.
That's Klee's family symbol.
So, how are you doing?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He's chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well.
Is it because
It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes all sense.
Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious?
No. I refuse.
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
But we need to get to Sumeru City.
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell, okay?
Okay.
Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Paimon, we're leaving.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know.
I just think it's a little weird.
What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now?
Yeah, I don't think what I saw there were hallucinations.
You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
I'm not sure. When I saw the vision, it felt like as if I was standing deep underground. But the red sky, could it have been Conria?
Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right?
He wasn't telling us the truth.
Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us?
Exactly. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do?
We should start by having a chat with Kale.
Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru.
You get a night of rest.
Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Cameron! If it wasn't for the forest's alleviating effects on the disease, someone with Elazar would have never been allowed to be a forest ranger. Who is that? Who are you? What are you doing here? Why are you asking that? Just passing by, dude. Right. This is, you resting if you're tired, if you don't want to be forest watching. I don't like this. People are already keeping secrets from me. Ooh. No way. Yo, exploration's gonna be so much easier here. The city above the forest has been added to the archive. Look at how many freaking waypoints are like right next to each other. I'm guessing the environment was just so much more well thought. Oh my god, it's a yak! You know what's funny is that a lot of people ask about the horses and the freaking cows and of Mondstadt, like where do we get milk from? We have a yak. It's a yak. I gotta send this to the chat.
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail. More speed.
Oh my goodness, look at the exploration. Ah! Exploration, no!
Alright, next let's see. Right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Yo.
Don't talk like that, Kale.
Aw,
This is
she
not
reminds
something
me
you need to
of...
be worrying about
Ah,
right
never
now.
mind.
Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Oh, is there something we can help out with?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if
Gandharvaville.
you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Oh my god, an actual freaking... Hold on.
Roger, I'll be right there.
An
All right,
actual
we'll be heading into the
nation
forest now.
that
I'll
takes
leave
care
further
of the Statue of
details to
Seven.
Kale.
I'm sorry, I'm talking over the story. I never do that. But anyway.
Yes, you can count on me. So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Call.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse.
I don't like her, but I like her at the same
They
time.
handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Big old cow. I mean, it's a yak, actually.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously.
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones.
I'm sorry, I'm not even paying attention to the story right now. What's wrong? What lamp? This is a lamp? Is that a lamp? Is it a lamp? It's a lamp.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it.
Can you fix it yourself with your dendro element seed? Seed? No, not seed. I
No
thought.
problems
Anyway.
with this lamp. Good.
No! No! Sumeru Rose.
The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before.
I actually didn't come down this road. I mean, I passed nearby.
It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
No need to worry. I'm a terrific climber.
I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yeah, man, there's two of them.
Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
It sounds exactly like what happened to Makoto.
According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers.
Really?
Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
No.
Wait, Amber?
No.
You mean...
Do you have the letter from Mondstadt?
That's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice.
Yo.
She's ready to answer the call for
She has a
action
hero.
at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and... sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
Oh my god, she's like teen white girls with the freaking K-pop stars.
Alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really.
Really?
I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon.
Give me $5.
But I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, I forgot she couldn't read at first.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Sarastana until you mentioned them.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendro Archon?
Because I'm a fan of the gods. I want her autograph. You really just... You know, never mind.
So that's that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right?
Paimon's right. We're friends. We're all friends.
Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
Look how short she is. Oh, hold on. What is she looking at?
I'm not a very good climber, so I'll just let you handle the statue. I'll go check the facilities up ahead. By the way, once we're done with our work here, would you like to chat some more?
Alright, so just give me 1 second, because one of my friends posted something about cows and yaks and bison. So I'm gonna read this really quick. Bison. The head of a bison is very large with a thick skull. Bison fight by crashing their heads or horns together. Both male and female bison have short, curved, black horns, which can grow to 2 feet long. Cows in general, female cows, are of tremendous use in dairy industry and have several distinguishable characteristics. Let's find out if they have horns. Female cows are usually born with horns unless they've been bred otherwise. Just like male cows, these horns are magnificent and add to the cow's overall appearance. However, these horns pose a threat to the safety of cows since they often get entangled in wires or used to hurt other cows. Alright, how do I get up there?
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I think she's Lesser Lord Kusanali.
The name does seem to fit the statue somehow.
What happened to the old statues?
Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below.
You and Paimon meticulously clean the statue.
Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
Kale, why are you hiding? Look at her, she's just sitting down. You know what?
We're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring?
Paimon.
Hey! Don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling Tap.
Whoa, wait a minute. What happened to the sound? Is that me? No, that can't be me. Hold on.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I
Peter!
hope you'll like them.
Oh my god. Hold on, I gotta. I might get in trouble for this.
Whoops!
Oh my god.
No! You dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Imagine there's only like one.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there.
You enjoy the pitas together with Kale.
Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission.
Paimon.
Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears.
That does sound like some. Oh my god! Speaking of his ears.
I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here.
Nice.
Paimon's still kinda upset though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Really? What did you do?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why, is he going to die?" It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Oh god, I freaking love Tainari's character already because he actually has he's like the most realistic character. Oh my god. Hold on, I gotta type this. I am loving.
Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kale's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this. It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
speed.
Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me.
More speed.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Indeed.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Where's my room?
Quick, under the umbrella, or you'll get soaked. You can't risk catching a cold, because it might turn into something more serious.
He's blind. Hello.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work?
Shut up.
Alright.
Be mad annoying, bro. Oh, I gotta wait until 8. Whoops.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Is this her room? Did she destroy the bridge?
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
What?
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No, no need to worry. Something as small as you could
Little
never
one.
harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
Oh my god, are you serious? She's tuckered out? Oh my god. That's adorable. She's just... Oh my god.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
What? Am I just jump down there? Does she feel safer like that? Having no, you know...
Alright, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because...
It's a weird thing to say, just tell me.
Well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying.
Paresthesia, alright.
Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
Are there any cures for Elazar?
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation.
Bruh.
Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
How's Kale's condition now?
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now.
What if this is what Baiju has?
Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Can we come?
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then.
I'm about to disobey every instruction.
For a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Ooh.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
I remember what these pins are now. I went hunting for Noctilucus Jade and Core Lapis.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the...
I'm sorry.
The large... You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine.
Yeah.
And then there's the Sumeru Rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Well, that one is understandable.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Kainari.
It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land legs back.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
What am I looking for again? Sumeru Rose? Lotuses. I thought she said that he said they weren't. Oh, you know what? He's probably talking about the other. Yeah, he was talking about the other one. They're not actual lotuses. They're vines.
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Kainari.
This mother flower eats these.
Hey Kainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Kainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Amir and his sister.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
Oh my goodness.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading, so we didn't risk getting any closer.
I can purify
Okay,
it.
I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Kainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
I have a vision.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
I still might be able to help with this.
But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true.
Dang it.
In that case, alright, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today, and show you what it looks like up close.
What if he just said, I have a vision, I just swallowed it? One time, when I was a kid, I had a little marble appear right before me. My parents told me it was really important. But one day I decided to see what it tastes like, and then I accidentally swallowed it. And it's never come out since then.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Whoa.
Where? Oh. Look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. Alright, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved.
Gotcha. Let's do this.
Thank you, but I must warn you. Don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become... You ready then? Let's go.
Sorry, that was my fault.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Dendrocana.
One with nature. Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
To ashes!
Did it get bigger?
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? Well, why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Is there no way to get rid of them permanently?
No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
No, I haven't.
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground, all the way up to the surface.
Spreading and extending. A massive cavern. That sounds a lot like what I saw when I lost consciousness in the cave.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
You mean Irminsul is sick?
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Into the wind.
Gandharville. She's still there. Come on, you stupid little glowing Sealy.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you?
No.
She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
I feel fine. It's a...
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious?
What I saw weren't hallucinations, were they?
That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
That sounds Will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
Paimon, let's go. I think I killed one of those earlier.
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have.
Thank you.
No. I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
It's only been 2 days.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Anyway, please take good care of Hypatia. I'll go prepare Kale's medicine now. Using the lunar lotuses while they're still fresh will significantly boost their effectiveness. Rest assured, Kale will recover quickly as long as she has her medicine.
Yesterday, a total of 5 dusk birds flew by.
Time to read what that letter says. Someone just showed me a picture of Kokomi showing the middle finger.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Hypatia, are you alive?
Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
What the? This is the first time we're gonna go somewhere without Paimon. Hypatia? Is it gonna try to kill me? Oh my goodness.
There you are. Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry. Need water.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first. Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around. Huh?
He did drug me.
Things out here end up looking like this. What happened? And where are we?
There must be a logical explanation for all of this.
Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area. there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Clouds high, the birds come. One with nature. Shah! Time to go. Time to go.
I remember this from the trailer. Trailer? Whatever. Quicken!
Wind knows me. One with nature, as one with wind and cloud.
Oh my god, I'm a Dendrogana. Did I lose?
Back at ya! Into the wind.
Oh, I can't get out of it once I go in. Okay, that's good to know.
I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition.
The wind knows me.
Whoa!
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Time to go.
I'm sure that was everything, right? Investigate the courtyard far down the corridor. Silent seeker of knowledge.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Isn't this the Hakushin? It is Hakushin.
One with nature.
This was the exact same spot. we gonna fight a boss?
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
Samus Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
Mind the danger.
Eyes on me!
The end is
For Rex Lapis!
Clouds high. The birds come.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
traveler. Though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are.
Hold on, this is gonna be my new profile picture. Oh, whoops. My journey will not end here. I still must find my sister.
Your sister.
What?
Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
It's all an illusion. Imagine he was just beating the hell out of her, freaking just beating up, I don't know what her name, Appalachia, whatever her name was.
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
What?
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that?
What? Huh?
Are you okay? That's really not like you. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first. Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
You give Appalachia the letter from Tainari. I'm not. Why am I saying it like that? I hate it. I hate how they freaking say his name.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor?
You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Kind of like. Wait, is it like a round creature? Looks kind of like a cabbage.
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
No, you psycho. I was just freaking lying. I was just kidding. Creep. No, I'm sorry. You tell Appalachia and Paimon everything that happened after entering the cave.
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No,
Are you
I actually
gaslighting
do
me?
believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon.
I know the connection.
I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Ermin's soul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me.
Really? What a fascinating creature.
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Ermin's soul. Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still in my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier...
Stop gaslighting me. It was an accident.
Looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Ermin's soul later. Alright, we're out, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari came to visit.
I'm taking your apple. I can't take her apple.
Are you already finished cooking? Mmm, smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
What? Oh, oh my god. You cook up some delicious over the fire.
All done. Let's use the empty box that
It's
they
on
have
fire.
for us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing. And that's a nice touch too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
Hypatia.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
So I'm talking with a friend right now. I'm sorry because I keep pausing. When I edit this and make it into the Archon quest on my channel, the playlist, we'll talk about it. But I'm honestly really gonna start to believe that, you know what? I'm already believing it. I honestly think Sumeru is gonna be seen as one of the more better nations, as one of the best nations, most well designed and whatever. Technically anything passed by this. Anyway, yeah, I think it's gonna be one of the more better nations out of all of them. To be honest, they're probably gonna expand. It looks small. It looks really small compared to this and this, especially anyway. Inazuma. I really do think though, yeah, it's definitely one of the nicer regions so far. Well, environment, design.
Are you already finished cooking?
The freaking Spider-Man. Somebody call it Spider-Man feature.
Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my...
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she was saying something new. It's 1 o'clock, my dude. After a delicious meal together, you tell Hypatia about connecting with Irminsul.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tighnari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so, and everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn eel primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth.
I think I understand.
Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn eel would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn eel should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
You're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies.
What mysteries?
Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous.
Indeed.
Aren't you afraid of the risks, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects.
That means you're being hunted, by the way.
However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
It reminds me of the dream I saw from Anahara.
Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep.
That's sad and stupid.
I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recalled the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life, I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me.
Thanks, Apatia.
There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever like to ask about, you know where to find me. Even though that little neighbor of mine was able to induce a state of dreaming, I doubt they were able to control the actual contents of the dream.
Makes sense.
The end of your dream seemed quite terrifying. Perhaps there's something that's troubling you deep inside? Not to worry, though. I'm sure you'll be able to handle whatever comes your way in the real world. As someone from Sumeru who cannot dream, I needn't ever worry about nightmares. But lately, I've started to feel that I'm somehow missing something without dreams. It's a little hard to explain. Heading out, I see? If there's Sumeru researchers use Spiritborn Ale to assist them in connecting with Irminsul to extract knowledge from it. Though the process can be risky, we believe that the knowledge gained is worth it. Unfortunately, I cannot help you understand your dream. At least not yet. I'm still learning how to attune to the depths of Irminsul myself. I hope that I'll be able to ascend past Satyavada life and gain deeper insights. Heading out, I see? I've heard local children here in the rainforest speaking of fairy-like creatures. But I'm from Sumeru City and have never heard of such things when I was a child. Perhaps this is because I had a very strict upbringing. My parents would seldom allow me to play with other children. I doubt they'd ever believe me if I told them about my little neighbor out here. And speaking of my little neighbor, I think they can somehow sense when Tighnari is coming to visit me. I've noticed on several occasions that as they're playing under the trees, they'll suddenly tense up and scamper away for no apparent reason. Perhaps I should ask Tighnari about this the next time I see him. Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever... Take care.
Yo, people who control the elements have all the fun, bro.
Think about it, Tighnari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tighnari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tighnari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
God damn, he looks so mad.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
I had a dream.
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
Yeah.
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
Is it the...
It's called an Akasha Terminal.
Mm.
It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City!
We didn't say goodbye to Kale first.
That's right. Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
What? I'm guessing that's Candace. Oh, he has a nice voice.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
We'll be back to see you soon, Kale.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend, not some girl that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Oh, it's because she didn't know how to read and write, I believe.
Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
Indeed.
Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
Well, we're gonna head into Sumeru City and then we're gonna see what I do next. Because, give me 1 second. I'm looking for a picture that I can't find on my phone. Did I not download it? I should have downloaded it. I did download it. No, is it in screenshots? I think it is in screenshots. Guys, just give me 1 second. I'm trying to find something really quick.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
That's the wrong. Oh.
It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land legs back.
Yeah, guys, just give me 1 more second and I'll get back to the game.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Kali.
I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City and get to meet the Dendro Archon there.
So how are you feeling now?
I'm much better now. I'll be back on patrol again starting tomorrow.
Oh.
Even though I'm not quite ready to help Master clear the Withering Zones yet, there are still plenty of other tasks for me to handle. Oh, and Traveler? If you ever see Amber again during your travels, please don't mention my illness to her, okay? Amber knows about my case of Elazar and what's happened in my past, but I haven't told her about my condition getting worse. I guess I just don't want her to worry about me. If the need arises, I'll tell her about it myself.
Alright, we understand, Kale.
I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City. Kinda hard to believe that Master Tainari can cook, isn't it?
I guess.
His culinary techniques are very polished, but his taste is a little, unusual. It's not really his fault, though. He just has a sensitive tongue and nose, so he prefers much lighter flavors.
He reminds me of Albedo.
The last time I went a little too heavy on the spices for my pita pockets, Master started having a sneezing fit. Of course, I never heard the end of it after that.
Oh my god, that's adorable. You know why that's adorable? Because you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of, obviously, a dog. Have you ever seen the video of this woman is cutting onions and her cat does not want to stay away, right? Like it wants to be there while she's cutting the onions, and that cat is just crying. You see it, his eyes are freaking full of tears because it obviously it feels the the effects of teary eyes from cutting onions. Oh, but it doesn't get away from it. It's like it's still there, just blinking and crying and blinking and crying. Bruh. What? Dude.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
What's this? What do I use it for? Oh, there it is again. The audio is messed up for whatever reason.
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then. We're way behind schedule. Next on the accessed enough.
No way.
That hurt.
I'm about to spread so much information right now. I'm gonna tell my friend you can hire companions. Oh, you were a big help, thanks. As you can see, I'm a forest watcher here. As for my name, it's Rana. I am Ayato. We are from a very different distance place. Ah, yes, this is Pama, this is Ayato. I can see you aren't just like the inhabitants of forest, no diesel. I just lied to them and they're freaking out. You're not from the nor do you look like you're from the desert, but your clothing does have good breathability and suitable for traveling in Sumeru. Huh, since Rana's a forest watcher, she should know Tanari, right? Oh, you know him too. Tanari might seem unapproachable, but he's actually a very nice person. He took really good care of me when I was a trainee, and his ears are gorgeous. What's everybody's obsession with his ears? You could do it super stealthily. Hey, that was so, oh, maybe. I don't know. It probably will, but his ears are so glossy, and I can't help wondering how they feel. The girl with him seems pretty interested in them, too. Rana, are you talking about Kali? Hmm? You know her, too? Kali hasn't been very well, but she still works very hard to protect the forest and eliminate the withering. Everyone's worried about her. Anyway, a forest watcher's duty is to protect the forest, assist travelers, and provide a guidance. As the two of you might have noticed, lately the forest has been less than ideal. The fungi and beasts have been growing aggressive. Then there's the withering. How can I how about escort both of you? My patrol route will pass through Virama village next. It's smooth sailing from here, there to either port of Ormos or Sumeru City. Sure, let's go, but I have a few things to oh, okay, yeah, let's go now. I'll keep both of you safe. Oh my god, what is this? Wait. Ah, no! Your mother. Let's go, girl. Hold on, I gotta. Oh man, how do I do this? Since you're a forest watcher, Rana, you must be familiar with the woods, right? Uh-huh. I've lived around here for years, and I've already known. I know every tree in the forest. Really? Oh my god. And because we. Oh! It was only been a few days when he's on another pot up already, so to close me or two. Okay. We've handled it with Tanari before. Ah, I suppose when go let me work on the village education and anything. Leave it to me, it's a piece of cake. It's 1 o'clock, I should go to bed.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves adorn my no.
That's freaking terrifying when you really think about it. That's super terrifying. Thank you. I'll take it down a notch. You're getting too excited, Rana. Relax. Pardon me, Mr. You don't have to be so formal. It's okay to speak your mind. Let's drop the formalities. Okay, so I was wondering if you guys are joining us. I could vouch for you both. It would be great to get powerful, dedicated people like you and Paimon on our side. Oh, Paimon is considered too. With you guys, we can better control the spread of the withering. Sure, you're not familiar with these woods, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, speaking of the forest, Paimon's got a question. Do you remember the wondrous creatures we saw before? Wondrous creatures? You quickly described the wondrous creatures you met previously. Oh, they sound like the mythical Aura Nara, small, round, plant-like fairies. They are the denizens of the woods and guardians of the trees. But we generally dismiss them as a tale. You sure those weren't some shroom you saw? Shroom? Yeah, that's the animal you see only in the forests of Sumeru. The green round beasts that live in the forest. We used them to find precious mushrooms. Sounds delicious. Sounds like we could probably make a stew with mushrooms out of them. Though Paimon doesn't think it's quite the same thing as what we saw. Anyway, in all my years in the woods, I've never seen an Aura Nara. However, you can ask the kids after you get to Vermeer Village if they seem to be very into the legend of the Aura Nara. Although children always try to hide their thoughts from adults, you can read their minds like a book. Just like Paimon. Hey, that's because we're buddies and we know each other very well. Alright, so I just gotta keep following her. That said, you got moves, Ayato. Where did you learn that? Where'd you go? We ran across a lot of things on our journey, so we got good. So we ah, dang it! I see that must have been hard. Where is she? Where are you, girl? Oh, this is around my village. I'm inside of Grandpa. Whatever.
We're way behind schedule.
Isn't anyone scared of the kids getting eaten by one of these things? I'm back, Grandpa. Rana, you know the job of a forest watcher is important, but you should come around more often. Yeah, I know. I patrol the forest so that these tiger cubs can hang out in the woods safely. It was just a mess right now. There are tigers in Verma village? Tiger cubs refer to the Itham and his friends. By the by, your voice. I don't think I've ever met you two. Do we have visitors? Oh, yes, Grandpa, these two are... She gives... you know what? I'm not gonna try to say the name, dang. Ah, yes, welcome to the village. Thanks for happily running out. My plan is to form a night watch, getting Alfonso, Baram, Aurelius to safeguard the perimeter as a group. That's a great plan. It is for the good of the children, after all. Has something happened in Verma village before? Lately? Oh, could it be related to the plant-like creatures we saw before? Oh, what are you talking about? That sounded like a cabbage from your description. It's okay, we're just a little uneasy from some recent events. I spent my whole life in Verma village and never saw anything like this. I won't bore you with my stories. Please watch over Rana. She's always been a troublemaker since she was little. She got lost in the woods once when she was 7 or 8 for a couple of days. Hey, Grandpa. Fine, fine. You be a good host now, Rana. Don't let our guests down. For sure. Oh my god. It's because he's old as heck. Where are her parents? Oh, Rana. Whoops. Oop.
We're way behind schedule.
I'm back, Alfonso. I see. Who's that with you? Why is everybody asking who I am? It's all suspicious. Oh, whoops. Allow me to introduce you two impressive travelers who have helped me a lot. And this here is Alfonso. Just about the most dependable person in the village. You flatter me, Rana. Anyway, nice to meet you too, and thank you for looking after Rana. You don't look like a local, Alfonso. Are you a traveler too? Ha, you're an experienced traveler indeed. Saw right through me at a glance. I came as an apprentice from Fontaine, but ended up staying because I really like it here. And it's been years since. Alfonso's practically one of us now. Anyhow, how are the kids? They're not running around, are they? I mean, it's not a good time right now. They're in the village waiting for you to return, after Cavus came back. Is it really okay to talk about that before our guests? Maybe we should talk about it later. Is it something important? We can come back later. Oh, don't worry. They saved my life after all. Actually, you could have made it on your own. Time is life to me. You saved me time, so you saved my life. Anyway, some of the children in Virama village have gone missing recently. Is someone abducting the kids? What? That's a very serious problem. Have you notified the sheriff in Sumeru City? Is there anything we can help with? Wait. Just listen. The missing children always come back after a few days, though they don't remember what happened. I'd round up a search party every time. Sometimes we'd run into wild animals, sometimes a withering zone. Other times, outsiders obviously too tough for us to handle. However, we could never find the kids since the woods are simply too big to search, even for Rana. Yeah, but in the end, they would all suddenly return when no one was paying attention, and couldn't recall anything when asked. Paimon does that too. Whoa, so it's normal for kids? Hey, quit it, you two. Sorry, to digress, they remembered nothing at all. I'm not sure. I think they just don't want to tell us adults. Even though I'm only a few years older than them. Still, that's pretty concerning. Right. So I've been patrolling nearby recently, looking out for anything unusual. That's also why I just spoke to Grandpa about forming a night watch. I also asked Alfonso to keep an eye on the kids. Sorry. It's okay. I'd be more concerned if they actually stay put. I'm going to have a word with Iosafat later. I would have said Isaiah. Iosafat later. It's his job to watch after Cavus and Sudabeth. You ought to take it easy for a while here, Rana. You're the only one who can get through the kids. It's dangerous outside lately. Withering zones aside, you've got the Fatui from Shnezhnaya with their armed mercenaries operating in the forest. If something goes wrong... Wait, Fatui? Yeah, I know. I'll be careful, but I shall be on the ball because it is dangerous. But even if you could deal with the wild animals, the Fatui are more than you can handle, Rana. Sounds like Alfonso knows the Fatui very well. Oh, I learned a lot about them from traveling shuttles between Sumeru City and Port Ormos. It's Rana. Rana's back, with Alfonso too. Here comes the trouble. Anyway, I think it's over, Rana. I picked a bunch of star shrooms for you, Rana. Ethan, didn't you promise me never to wander outside the village? The Raha will come and get you if you don't behave. I'm big now and I'm not scared of anything. Did you catch the Gator Raha this time, Rana? I want to hear some tales from the woods, Rana. Well, I didn't see the Gator Raha this time, but I brought you a golden lion and a silver thief? Weasel thief? Silver what though? Whopper flower. What does Paimon have to do with Whopper flower? Oh, she meant him or us. Silver duskbird, silver bass, super silver specter. Spectres. Alright, stop picking on them. Ayato and Paimon are my friends. Paimon's not gonna get mad at kids. Regardless, you do know a lot of animals. That's right, Rana will tell us stories every time she's back. She told us about a huge gator last time, and the Sumter Beast Lord. And the Rishboland Raha that couldn't be caught. That's right, and then we'll come and get all of you if you don't behave. Everyone in the village sure seems to get along. If only it could always be like this. Anyway, my friends here came from a place far, far away. Why don't we tell them a story today? Sure. Our trip to Sumeru has been a very eventful one. Yay, let's all go to Rana's house. The last one there's a specter. Be careful going over the bridge and don't fall into the water. Let's go. I should have activated the waypoint.
Cascade.
Ooh, it gives me 3 raw meat. I just straight up murdered that guy. Nothing like killing the local wildlife to really get a man in the mood for some adventuring and exploring. Nothing like killing the local wildlife in Sumeru. That's what we were talking about earlier with a couple of people. Where, I mean, a lot of the enemies just seem to... You can fight the cows! I mean, the yaks that we saw earlier. That's incredible. And it only drops 3 meat. Do you have any idea how big a boar is and how big a yak or a freaking cow is? You probably don't. Oh my god! Dendro crystal flies! I doubt the freaking Genshin the creators know how big a yak is. I know for a fact they don't.
Sucker for a punch, huh?
Happy to oblige. Born of ice and frost.
The wind knows me. Into the wind. I'll take my leave.
Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract. We're way behind schedule. Access denied.
Oh, whoops, I thought it was a...
The wind knows me.
I'm guessing it's underneath.
Follow the wind. One with nature.
Finally getting Dendro Element is just kind of a surreal thing. Maybe not. I mean, it really is kind of amazing. It's just like, dude, we've been playing this game for almost... It's been about 2 years now, you know? And it's like, it's not really like they have been slouching, I guess you can say, because they put out a lot of things. They really I mean, they've been putting out less and less as time goes by, but, you know. Or it could just be a placebo, and I'm just thinking otherwise. Because I feel like it's been a lot less, you know? I feel like the events are a lot shorter. They really are a lot shorter. Say for things like the Golden Apple, you know? That's obviously the whole... That's obviously the whole patch, the whole event, but, you know. I feel... I don't really think the other events really lasted that long either, yeah. They didn't have as many things to do either. I mean, you know, recent, I feel like the first few events had a lot more to do. Oh, hey, look, it's that thing. The Akasha.
Sumeru City! We finally made it! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha Terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need.
Sumeru City is super small.
I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so So this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it a try. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom. Whoa. Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh.
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha.
The power of the VR system.
And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Paimon doesn't sense anything. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it. Ugh. Paimon's brain is exhausted.
Maybe I'll indirectly find more information about Kusanali.
Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
Why doesn't the Akasha answer my question? Think Lesser Lord Kusanali? Oh my goodness! Which one do I choose? Vague thought suddenly comes to mind. The Akasha doesn't unconditionally respond to every question. Also, even if the same query is requested by multiple people, the Akasha still imparts knowledge based on each person's identity, age, experience, and other demographics. So are we gonna finally learn if he's 500 years old or more?
Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something.
Some knowledge began to trickle from into my mind for a moment, but there wasn't really anything that I didn't already know.
You too? Well, glad it's not just Paimon.
Many bright dots of light appear in my mind. I probably needed to calm my mind and focus more to understand what they mean. Feelings of affection, intimacy, nostalgia, sadness, and anxiety also come to my mind. These seem to be what the people of Sumeru feel about their departed Archon.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru really miss their Archon. Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the Academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully. Hello, are you Rohawi?
Oh.
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Yeah, I think you've misunderstood us.
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
Oh, let me see.
I bet you just says it's gonna beat him up or some shit.
What a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
Everything.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon.
Now I understand Sumeru's theme.
All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Surasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
Bruh, you meant gossip?
Hey, come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
Alright, fine.
Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low it's like digging holes in the dirt. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here.
No, there is still one person we know.
Huh? Like who?
Ad Astra Abasask.
Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
Anything else you'd like to ask about?
The 6 great sages.
Sage is the highest rank for an academia researcher. Since the institution's founding, each of the 6 great sages represent the finest mind and leader of their respective darshan. One grand sage is chosen from among the 6 sages to serve as the head of the academia. The current one is Sage Azar of the Rotawahist darshan. Since ancient times, the sages have contributed immensely to Sumeru. The widespread usage of the Akasha is thanks to their hard work. Anything else you'd like to ask about? I just knew you'd be curious about that. Although the 6 darshans conduct research in different disciplines, their sages frequently interact with one another when managing academia affairs. In the Amorta, our leader is Sage Nafis. His temper is legendary. We researchers are terrified of him, and even the Grand Sage gives him some leeway. He hasn't shown his face lately, though. Rumor has it that he's currently involved with some major project. Thankfully, he's been so busy that I was able to publish a paper. Anything else you'd like to ask about?
Goodbye.
See ya. Take a page out of my book and learn to look on the bright side of things.
Alright, after we get done talking to Catherine, I'm gonna end the stream.
Never.
No!
Again.
Was it that? Oh yeah, it really was that high. Whoops. That really was a mistake. Oh gosh. I did not expect that.
On the agenda?
I did not expect to die, fall to my death by jumping from a really high building and then dying.
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait.
Oh my goodness. What the?
I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two.
Really?
In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Guerrilla warfare for Sumeru. I wonder what Sumeru's battle looked like during the Cataclysm. Because we know the Adepti had a hand. The Middle Earth also had a hand at the Chasm, but that was...
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar.
Thanks a bunch, Catherine.
You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Alright, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go!
Oh!
Ad Astra Abyssum.
I haven't even done the, what is it called? Wait, now that I think about it, shouldn't I, I think Kali has a, I think you could use her for, what the heck are these called again? Expeditions. Oh my god, I said I was gonna end this, right? Alright, you know what? I'm ending it right here. We've been at this for 3 hours. Okay, everybody. Good night. Have a great night. Rest well, because I might be back to do this tomorrow.